Hey everyone, Pierso86, welcome back. That video you just saw, the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel cutscene, that's one of the side stories. As I mentioned in the last episode, there's a ton of expansion content and some little side stories as well, and that Rhapsodies of Vana'diel is another side story. From what I've read, they've kind of made the game now where, correct me if I'm wrong on this, anybody who's watching, but I think they've tried to kind of streamline a lot of the content with those side stories so that new players are coming in and can kind of play the game but still kind of get involved in that side content without not knowing what the hell's going on. So I'm sure we'll see more of that that time traveler lady. Seems like she time traveled. She said she was in the year 898. So I did a little bit off camera. I went out and did a little more fighting, and as you can see now, we are level 8. I believe we were level 5 when we last left off. We're going to flag the next mission, but before we do that, if you remember from the last episode, we had this Records of Eminence thing, and we have to speak to Isakoth regarding the sparks that I was talking about. That helps us kind of get ahead. There's so many little tasks you can do to earn sparks, and you can use those to purchase gear, because the auction house in this game, unfortunately, is very broken at this point, and stuff is ridiculously overpriced. So let's have a chat with this guy. Looks like a guy you would not want to piss off. Attention! My name's Isakoth, and for today's lesson we're going to learn about... Anything to say? I don't have to listen to you. Impart to me your knowledge, you scary, bald soul. That's the spirit. You're an adventurer in my spitting image, at least when it comes to passion. Today's lesson is all about Records of Eminence, so break out your textbook and turn to page 5. What's that? Tisk, tisk, tisk. If you've forgotten your textbook, you'll have to share with the person next to you. But, holy shit. It's like a little bird scarecrow thing. Let's get this show on the road. Records of Eminence is, in a word, fighting spirit. So what if that's 2 words? That illustrates my point all the more. Adventurers need to give it 80,000% at all times if they want to uphold justice. Class dismiss. Now go out there and do me proud. If I gave 80,000% in this game, pretty sure I'd lose my job and my fiancee and... yeah, no. That's it? That curiosity of yours will really take you places, lad. It's positively indispensable for any child of the goddess. To tell the truth, though, you're already well on your way to prominence. You even completed your first objective simply by talking to me. Furthermore, my experience tells me you'll be rewarded with some unusual type of compensation. Now take the next step on your journey and try setting an objective all by yourself. No need to break out in a sweat. Your eminent teacher will guide you. Just choose an objective under the objective list in the Records of Eminence section of the quest menu. I hear you can even repeat certain ones. I'll let you figure out which ones they are on your own, though. I wouldn't want you to just regurgitate the answers I give you, now would I? Or assist you too much, in typical FF11 fashion. Like I hinted at before, you gain sparks of eminence that quantify your achievements. Trade them to me and I'll give you back some tokens of gratitude. Whoa now, I teach more advanced subjects than you're able to understand at the moment. Try talking to Goldago to learn the basics first. By the way, this little bugger here, which we call a memorandal, records all of your eminent feats for you. But he's creepy. Oh? Yes, I too sometimes become unsettled by its constant and intense glaring. Luckily, all you need to do is clap your hands together like so, and it vanishes into thin air. See, even this soulless machination possesses a fighting spirit. How else could it disappear instantaneously like that? Just kidding, I'm only trying to cover up the fact that I don't know how it works. As my mentor always said, when you don't know the answer to a question, distract the person with a joke. Well, I've officially taught you all I know. Go out into the world with your trusty memorandal and prove how esteemed you truly are. I always get a little teary-eyed when I see my disciples go off to bigger and better things. It's probably how FF11 feels about all the people that left to play other MMOs. Oh, that hurts. I do love this game, but you gotta rib on it a little bit. So we've completed our Records of Eminence objective. First step forward, we received 300 Sparks of Eminence for a total of 300, because that's the first time we've gotten any. And we gained 300 experience points. Still level 8. And we got some meat jerky. I think in the past when I played, it wouldn't actually tell you what the food would do, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but as you can see, it says Strength +3, Intelligence -1. Intelligence is more of a mage trait, and Attack +23%, so not a bad thing to hang on to. As you can see, I picked up some junk while I was out fighting off camera. Greetings and well met, Defender of the Republic, Goldago at your most humble service. My station is to help along those new to the life of an adventurer in Vana'diel. Specialized types of fundamental knowledge necessary for success such endeavors, as well as related methods of pedagogy. With my aid, you can rest assured that your first steps down the adventurer's path will not go astray. Should you still consider yourself a newcomer, I highly recommend you make full use of my services. This is my permanent post, and I never leave it. Not even to pee? Remember it well. Whenever you need a hand with anything at all, don't hesitate to come calling. Okay. Should I talk to him again? So you're interested in some entry-level duties to put you well on your way to greatness? Got just the thing for you. Go talk to the guard Rabid Wolf over yonder and have him cast Signet on you, then come back to me. I already have Signet. I'm ahead of the game. Well, it looks like you're able to get your Signet. Easy enough, yes? As long as Signet is in effect, there is always possibility to obtain crystals from any enemies you defeat. There are also other more concrete benefits, such as increased defense and evasion. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Signet even helps you when not engaged in combat with an enemy. For example, it boosts the rate at which healing occurs while at rest. For all of those reasons and more, you should consider it essential to have Signet cast on you at all times. Very well then, as a reward for successful completion of your first assignment, I'd like to present you with these strips of meat jerky. There is more here than meets the eye. That was a joke. Anyway, there is a type of item known amongst adventurers as a meal. This meal in particular will temporarily enhance your attack power when eaten. So basically what I was saying before. Whenever any meal is consumed, you'll receive some such temporary status bonus. Naturally, different meals grant different types of bonuses. For the most part, meat dishes affect attack power. Seafood dishes generally enhance defense. Take care to select dishes best suited to your purpose. One thing you should make note of, however, that you cannot eat a meal while another meal's status bonus is still in effect. Your stomach would simply burst. Wouldn't want to get fat. That's quite a lot to cover. Are you with me so far? I think we're good. Oh, one thing before I forget, I'm going to put timer display on here in the MISC 3 in the config. This interface is really brutal if you don't know how to use it. So now if you look at the Signet marker that we have at the top there, just below that blue banner up top that just disappeared, we can see how long we have Signet for and other effects we might get later, such as Protect or Shell. We'll see all those later. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before we go any further, because now what we can do, remember how before with Records of Eminence we only had one thing that we could really select. Now we've got magic damage kills, which really doesn't apply to us because we're a warrior. But now we can go through and look at all this. Look at all of these here. Undertake a Field of Valor training regime, which is they're books that you find floating in areas that give you little tasks to do for bonus experience, gil, and tabs. I actually did one of those while I was playing offline. Heal without using magic. Like, there's just some ridiculous stuff that you can peg off here. Vanquish one Vanquish one enemy. Stepping into an ambuscade. We'll save that one for later because we haven't been to that Mora yet. Call forth an alter ego, which is one of the computer-controlled allies that you can get that I was mentioning last episode. Yeah, so those are just some examples. Oh, I talked to the wrong guy. Let's try this guy. Cleeds. Missions currently available are as follows. Next mission is a geological survey. The chief engineer is conducting new research and has asked for someone to assist him. He can be found in the metalworks to the east of the administrative section. The chief engineer's laboratory is on the second floor of the metalworks. You don't know his name, and you call yourself a Bastoker. Chief engineer's name is Sid. Any Bastoker would know that. Now go and see him. He will give you the details of your mission. Yeth. Yeah, if you've played any other Final Fantasies, you know that there's always a Sid character that's like a constantly recurring favorite name. When we were looking at records of Eminence, they mentioned alter ego, and I mentioned that you can get computer-controlled party members to join you and assist you in absence of playing with actual real players. So we're just going to talk to this guy, Clarion Star. Hey, you there. I've got a proposition of sorts for a fresh-faced adventurer such as yourself. You can call me Clarion Star. I've come from Juneau, the lovely city in the northeast that connects the Kuan and Mindarsha continents. Specifically, I'm a representative of sorts from the Juneau Institute of Magical Studies. You could call me a headhunter. Bwahaha, and the heads I am hunting today are those of bright-eyed explorers like yourself. So here's the deal. Not too long ago, the Institute held an intentional symposium of sorts at which we announced the development of a fascinatingly useful new type of magic. We made it available for everyone to utilize, and so we are trying it out here in Bastok and other places throughout Vana'diel. We've chosen to call the new magic Trust, and as an official delegate of the Institute, I want adventurers of your caliber to be the lucky first participants. So what about it? Want to try it out? Magic scares me, like a lot. What have I got to lose? That's the kind of spunk I like. You're surely aware that Bastok is no stranger to developing new technologies, and as such, Sid and the Mithril Musketeers are conducting a research of sorts to the application of this new magic. You know how they are, always at odds with the Beastman Confederate. They think that trust magic might be able to help bolster their forces, they say. However, not just anyone can use trust. As you can imagine, the Institute is thus collecting data of sorts in Sandoria and Winders too, trying to get as many people as possible to participate. It should come as no surprise then that we have other representatives in those two nations. If you'd rather head over there, then we've got nothing more to discuss. But I'm sure the Mithril Musketeers here would appreciate any help you could give them. Holy fuck, let's cut to the quick. Helping them earns you the aid of a powerful warrior of sorts, which can only help you in your travels. Okay, I already said I'd do it. Just shut up. Give me the quest, shut up. First task, speak with Nagi of the Mithril Musketeers in the Metalworks. He can guide you further. Do you know where it is? Yes, I know where the Metalworks is. In fact, I don't even have to walk there. I'll just take the crystal. For free. This stupid thing is so damn complicated. Come on, Nagi. It'll be easy, Nagi. Why did I even agree to this? Who exactly volunteered me anyway? And now I've got someone bothering me. What is it? Oh, hey, bud. By Altana, someone has actually come to me about this trust thing. Taking the buffalo by the horns, are we? I suppose I can find some time in my busy schedule, standing here guarding a set of stairs. Let me be upfront with you. I've got absolutely no idea how this works. They told me something about trust and friendship, but what exactly is that supposed to mean? But if it works, you'll be able to summon an alter ego of me who will fight by your side. And let's be honest, who better than me? It's what I'm led to believe anyway. Pretty amazing stuff. But I don't know you from a crying street urchin, so it probably won't work. Tough luck, kid. Hey man, we met, like, once. Last episode. Iron Eater always called me dumb as a tree stump and simple as a wooden spear, but I'll have you know I am both complex and intricate. Yeah, okay. So don't blame me if this fails. It's all on your head. Now concentrate, my compatriot. Focus on your feelings of trust and friendship. If you won't believe in me, then believe in the fact that I believe in you. Wait, what the fuck did I just say? Alright, let's cast the first spell I've ever casted. Did you summon fire? Thunder? No, I summoned another man. This is all that it took? That idiot Clarion Star gave such a long explanation of sorts that I was ready to stand here for hours and hours. But I'll be damned if this doesn't feel good. Let's try it out. Hey, you little, get back here. Uh-oh. Whew, that could have ended very badly. At least I can control the thing. Ha! Now I can guard two doors at the same time. Wait, why am I getting excited about that? I am the quintessential warrior, number 5 in the Mithril Musketeer hierarchy, and if I ever catch you referring to me as a doorsman, I'll bite your head off. Ugh, this doorman thing hits a little too close to home. I'm pumped and ready to go. Now to catch Ayami and tell her how I really feel. Gah! I'm fine with this thing inheriting my many talents, but some things are better kept under wraps. Now to keep it from getting me into trouble. To be fair, you could get people into a lot of trouble with something like that. Congratulations on your tremendous success, and before I forget, I've got to give this to you. You earned it, pal. Just don't make my trust dance around naked downtown. I'm on my second strike already. You can use it to summon an alter ego of the strongest mithril musketeer, me, at any time. Give it a shake outside of town, maybe north or south Gustaberg, for instance. I'm sure you'll be more than pleased with the result. And far be it from me to confess my weakness, but I'm a bit curious as to whether it will actually work. Come back to me once you've tried it out. There we go. So that magic, trust, you can go here and you can actually see all your trust spells. And there are, from what I've read, a lot of different trust spells you can get. Some of them you get from quests like that. Some of them you can't get until you're a higher rank. As you do missions, your nation rank will go up. Some of them are event only, I believe, like at certain times of the year. And then there are some that are, you just kind of find them at random. You find what are called ciphers, and then you bring those in. And yeah, that's basically how you get trust. You can summon the maximum party in this game is 6 people. You can also have alliances of like up to 12 or 18 people. With trust, though, you can only summon up to 3 at a time, and then eventually, when you meet certain conditions, you can do 4 and then even 5, so you can actually have like a full party. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk to Sid and get this next mission underway. Mr. Pierso is eager to work. Yeah, what do you want? I'm a little busy right now. Yeah, I'm Sid. Oh, you're here about the mission. Right, I was expecting you. Hey, Raybat, bring the thingamajig over here. This is only your second mission, huh? Most of the young ones in Bastok don't have the guts to go adventuring, so I'm counting on you. Do your best, here? Well, this mission's not all that tough. You just have to go out. Raybat, old buddy, if you brought the thing, don't just stand there. Say something. I brought the thing. Gah, if you don't quit that, I'm going to start calling you Silent Mountain or something. You would not, Chief. You are not like the others. That is why I work for you. Sheesh. I like the guy. He works hard. He's thorough in his research and all, but if only he was a little more talkative, you know? Anyway, here's what I want you to do. Take this blue acidity tester to the Dangraf Wadi near South Gustaberg. Try to find a place in the wadi where this blue acidity tester changes color. That's all. What is it for? Well, in order for you to understand, I'd have to give you some lessons on the accrual patterns of sediments in the wadi and the formation of gas pockets in the soil. You're getting a blank expression on your face. I know. You didn't become an adventurer to study geology, right? Don't worry, it's nothing dangerous, so get going. Okie doke, let's go. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of hit 2 birds with 1 stone there, and when we get outside, we can go ahead and test this Nagi trust, and it at least means that we'll have somebody watching our back when we make our way out to Dangraf Wadi. So we're out in South Gustaberg. I'll just let you take a look at the map here. So that little red blinking thing there is us, and you can see that to the west, it doesn't exactly show up on the map. You can actually put markers down, and since I know where it is, we'll go ahead and put one. Dangraf Wadi. As I mentioned in the last episode, there are a number of places that don't actually show up on the map. You're kind of left to find them or look up where they are. Dangraf Wadi is one such example. So let's go ahead and try this Nagi trust out. And we completed a record of Eminence as a first-time bonus, 300 sparks, and we gained 300 experience for simply summoning Nagi. Like I said, they've definitely made it a lot easier to advance, get into the game, and I've heard stories about people that have like rushed and gotten to like level 99 in just like a couple of days. So crazy stuff for someone that played the game back when it was a lot more difficult and none of this stuff existed. So down the hill there by that campfire, you can see that big turtle-looking dude. That's a Quadav. They are hostile. All the stuff we fought in the last episode were non-aggro. That's what they call it, non-aggro enemies. Whereas this one will actually aggro you if you get too close. Now these guys, this one's a mage type. He's a white mage. So he just cast a Dia on me, which lowers my defense, and it has like an HP down effect. You can see my health is slowly dropping. Now with Quadovs, I'm not going to stop for every treasure chest. With Quadovs, every enemy there's 3 ways for enemies to aggro you, the aggressive ones. There's sight, hearing, and smell. Quadovs, to my knowledge, are all hearing. Their eyesight is shit, but they have excellent hearing. So if you try to sneak up on one, like I'll do it right over here. If we go up to this guy and try to sneak by him, he just hears you. There are actually spells you can get later and items that will actually allow you to make yourself invisible, make yourself silent, or make yourself basically odorless. And those items are handy if you need to sneak by enemies like this, especially when you get ones later that are significantly higher level than you. So as you can see, Nagi, he uses a sword. He used a move there. I don't know if you saw that little red glow there that he did on the Quadov. He used a move called Provoke, which is a warrior ability that we actually obtained off camera. So I've already made a macro for it, Alt-1. And what that does is it's basically like, I think in World of Warcraft they call it Taunt. I know in Final Fantasy XIV there's like gladiators use like Flash and Provoke. So this is Provoke. Basically, it just taunts an enemy into attacking you. When you're playing a tank class, which a warrior can definitely cover for that, or a paladin, even a ninja in some cases, this is a really important ability, because if we have a party and let's say our squishy healer is getting the shit kicked out of them, well, you can use that Provoke ability to try and get that mob off the healer or off of someone else and onto you. That's like the bread and butter of tanking right there. Now with a guy like Nagi in the party, be a little hard for me to tank. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can't tell Nagi not to use Provoke. He's just going to use it anyway. Oh, and we got some aggro right there. So we would literally just be fighting over tanking. Little bit of fast blade. As you can see, as we go a little further west, the enemies are getting a little stronger. That one's a decent challenge, and we're level 9 now. Oh, and it looks like we also got another cipher. That was probably for completing the first time summoning of Nagi. Cipher Vana'diel, a scroll inscribed with strange symbols that seal away the puissance of an elven named Vana'diel R. Devils. Chanting the enigmatic script summons his alter ego to the bearer's side. If I remember correctly, I think that one's a paladin, but we would have to go back to town and talk to Clarion Star, I believe, to get that one unlocked. So we can do that when we return to town. So let's double check the map there. We are nearing Dangraf Wadi.